Witch of Moon's Lane presents
How to Witch, bitch.
Welcome back to How to Witch Bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, darling. How are you?
Very good. That's how we start every episode. Hey, we happy Easter. Do you guys? What happens with witches and Easter?
Well, the pagan or the traditional pagan is, on the other side of the world, it's actually going into spring.
Yep.
So it's the spring solstice, spring equinox, and it's called Ostara. Mm-hmm. And so it basically is around a goddess called Ustra. Or Istra, depending on where you are, Anglo-Saxon, Germanic. She's a similar goddess to both. And that's where the little dancing around the marrow-post.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. And so it's going into spring, so it's going into
Asking
after
for good
winter,
crops.
good crops, all that sort of stuff, yeah. So it's also, she is a goddess that has hares, and hares where the rabbits come when we have our chocolate rabbits.
I thought you meant hairs like on her back. But
yeah.
No.
Maybe
she a nasty looking lady.
Yeah, she's nasty. And also the egg. So the egg was really about rebirth and renewal, and of course, about fertility. So it was more about fertility of the animals, us included, about pregnant and new beginnings and all that sort of stuff. So that's where the egg came from. And of course, then Christianity came in, and they made it about the death and the rising, and so. But it's interesting that
the bunny just never sat with me. Like, why are we giving each other bunnies?
I know,
and that feels as though, I mean, we've talked about Christmas as well with the pagan traditions of the lights on the trees and all that kind of stuff. But
I just think it's so funny that no one's ever questioned it.
No.
Everyone just sort of gets up and
because they like to eat the rabbit.
Yeah, there's the rabbit. We've got a chocolate rabbit and we've got chocolate eggs. Why or how does that equate to the birth?
If you're going
and
with Christianity.
Yeah. How does it equate? It doesn't. So most of us are being pagan. We're all being pagan. I don't know anyone that won't eat chocolate at Easter.
No. Do you start when you've got an Easter bunny rabbit? Do you start with the ears or do you start from the bottom?
I always go the ears.
Yeah, I knew you would.
And
weirdo.
I fill it up.
What do you mean?
Fill it up with milk. Isn't it?
That's amazing. All right, we're going to try that. We've also got some comments from – now, I think we spoke about it earlier as well, the comments that we said about how to pick a witch. We said crone, but we were saying this was in old school stuff. It's not now.
No.
But we received a video from one of our listeners.
Oh, that's cool.
Who I believe is a witch.
Yep.
Have a listen. How do you know if you're in front of a witch? This is from old school time.
I mean, we don't exactly hide it. And I mean, I know I'm 30 now, but I don't think I'm that old. And I used to wear my Yggdrasil and Mjolnir around my neck with my bone rune. I was had a pentacle in that, but I've kept falling off.
I hate it when the pentacle falls off.
But, yeah, it's not exactly hidden. I mean, I could get a protective tattoo and, do my own blood magic on it as the tattoo heals. But if something were to hit that protective ward, it could physically hurt my body, which is why I haven't. Blood magic's dangerous to deal with at the best times. But, I mean, I know I'm 30 and old now, but we don't exactly hide it when we practice.
I don't know. I think you're still in mother stage rather than
just saying.
Grown stage.
But this video gave me a much-needed laugh. It's quite entertaining and funny.
Good.
So please go watch it in full because it is completely satire and funny as fuck.
There you go. What is blood work or blood magic?
Okay, so blood magic is just using blood. But again, when we're talking about doing extra potent magic, you can actually use your menstrual blood.
I'm out.
I know, but I don't. I just I prick the finger and I just use drops of blood. So, you can sign certain things if you're, doing your sigils and stuff. You can do that in a ritual of blood as well.
I really wish I hadn't asked this question. I mean, I was all for the compliments about the podcast, but then we went there and I feel sick.
Aww.
But it is nice.
But in saying that, though, I mean, we often think of the fact that time is in some religions they say unhealthy and unclean, whereas I've always believed it should be something that's life. That is definitely life. Without that, we have no life.
Absolutely.
So it's something sacred.
Okay.
So if you want to look at it that. I mean, look at the Indians. They often take blood and they take different things and they put the marking. So what I mean, to us it's not the normal. We don't, but back in the day, certainly was. And it's just blood magic does have a lot of, and moon blood is what we call it. So moon blood is your monthly moon blood.
Okay.
And so with that, it's just extra potent that you can use.
Okay. We've never really discussed.
Most people just prick their finger now, though, by the way.
So much easier. You got to wait 28 days.
I've got a stock. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just joking. Just open my cupboard. Hello.
There's the jaws.
There's April's moon blood
Oh,
and
stop it.
June's.
Oh,
and
God. Now, we've never really discussed male witches.
No.
So we've obviously now we're well and truly there talking about female witches.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Well, because I feel like in my mind a witch is a woman. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's because Hollywood really sort of went in with wizards and warlocks, and there's a lot of, witches that still call themselves warlocks just because that's, it's new and people understand it.
Okay.
But really, we're all witches.
So
There is no male or female to the craft.
how does a male practice as a witch, though? It feels as though it's a very feminine thing, like the things that we've spoken about, not just what we just spoke about, but it feels like it's a very feminine thing, witchcraft.
Well, quite possibly because back in the day, there was probably more women that sort of came to it. But, at the end of the day, the men are just the same. And you'll find that a lot of homosexual men are actually witches
Okay. Why is that?
because they're tuned into their feminine side.
Okay.
So you are correct in the fact it's feminine, and we go by the moon, and the moon is feminine, and the sun and the sun god is masculine. But there's definitely masculine male witches as well. But there's a lot of homosexual male witches because they're very much in their feminine side, or masculine men that are very much in their feminine side. So you'll find that they're sort of very, very psychic as well.
Is there such a thing as a wizard?
Well, a wizard is a witch, really.
But a wizard sounds like he does more stuff than a witch.
Well, a wizard's
Or am I just thinking Hollywood movies?
Well, wizards more Hollywood movies and Mickey Mouse. Isn't Mickey Mouse a wizard?
yeah,
Yeah.
with the brooms.
Mickey Mouse grouse.
What?
He's a grouse.
Is it what?
Grouse means good.
Oh. Thought that was a witch term. I grouse you.
It is now. I groused you, Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so then let's think about the Hollywood thing of wizardry and things like that. And it does come down to moving objects, doing spells that create things. Moving objects, that's something that's always been fascinating. Well, Star Wars as well. But anyway, is that part of witchcraft, moving objects?
Well, there are certain people that can actually move objects. And there was one called, is it Henry Guller? I think his name was Wunrek Guller, something like that. Anyway, he could make teaspoons. Yeah, back in the day, bend and things like that. So there's definitely, we can have a look. I'm not sure if I've actually said his name. I think it was in the 60s, 70s or
like
something.
Jurgen or something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Let me just.
I got a funny story about that. So my mum thought she had the power.
The power,
It's
as
the
in
power,
to move
as
the
in
spoons.
to move the spoons. Yeah.
When
so
you move more stuff than spoons.
well, yeah, but that's
like
how
bank
you.
doors.
But that's how you start.
Oh, okay.
So, so the energy was she was sitting there and she was saying, "I can do this. I can do this." Now it was actually the other way around. My stepdad thought he could move it. He reckoned he had the power. I think he'd been drinking, but anyway, he definitely had the power, and he was. And anyway, the same thing. Mum sort of was waiting for a little while, and at the right opportunity, bent it, and was just so amazed that he had this. And it went for ages. He actually thought he had the power, and it's like,
What a witch.
I know. My mum was a witch.
I love it.
Oh, that's so
That's
funny.
so
You just
funny.
see her cackling away. You got the power, darling. You got the power.
The power.
The power.
So that's something that you.
So he was a Mickey Mouse grouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something that you can't do. You don't do is move things with your mind. Telekinesis.
No. Yes and no. So what I can do is I can make a flame go higher and lower. So I can can do that, but it takes a lot of concentration to do it.
Okay.
So, yes. But have I tried? No, but maybe I should.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you bend the spoon for me or what?
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
help you
no.
out. Like if I see you struggling after 6 months still staring at a freaking spoon, I'll be like, oh, look at this. Oh, wow, what have you done?
You're amazing.
Oh, you've got the power.
I think you've got the power too. I reckon if we could join forces.
And form a coven. Okay.
I think I'd like to just do it on my bank account and watch the numbers go.
Oh,
I
it'd be
have the
so
power.
good. I'd love the power
Yeah.
of ANZ.
Yeah.
Coven, the group of witches.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be male and female?
Yes, it can be male and female, but there is definitely more female witches than male witches. That is definitely true.
Okay.
And it is interesting that back in the day there wasn't many male witches that were drowned, were
No.
there? And if they were, there was a priest that actually got drowned. And again, obviously he was a heretic or causing problems for them.
Yeah.
But I just feel like most of the people that were killed either by fire or by hanging or by drowning.
Yeah.
Most of them were just normal people. They weren't really witches.
They really weren't witches.
No, they weren't. Wise women, indeed, crones definitely. But, I mean, out of the amount that they killed, there might have been one or two, but I don't think there would have been many.
Wow.
It was just, you own property, I want it,
So it was
I'll
used as
take
an
it.
excuse.
It was used as an excuse. That's
Yeah.
why they call it the witch hunts. That's why if someone's going for a witch hunt, that's what they're doing.
Mm.
They're going after you
For
just because their
they
own
want something
they
from
want
you.
something your own means, which is a witch hunt. This person's usually innocent. That's what old Trump says. This is a witch hunt.
No. This is not that podcast. We don't need to talk about him
No.
at all. Laura has sent us a message. Laura,
Ooh.
hello. I'm a witch from New Zealand.
Yo,
Isn't that nice?
Cora.
Good on ya. Also, as well, someone was talking about. Oh, and with Easter, you were talking about Easter, whatever her name was.
Ustra.
Thank you.
Or Estra.
She has a rabbit. She has hairs.
Yeah.
And that's her familiar.
Which is a bunny. That's her familiar. So so the familiar is you can take on the power of your familiar as well. And so, hares are really sort of, they're quick-witted, they're light on foot. And it's interesting. So hares are also known as good luck. So you want to go back into, the war times. My grandfather, went to war twice actually with a rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbit foot.
Lucky rabbit's foot. That's where it sort of comes from, yeah.
We did get a message from someone with the familiar factor that we were talking about before, that magpies. Magpies being their
So in
familiar.
China, they're known as purity.
Are they?
Yeah, so different ones with the magpies. The ravens are similar to magpies as well. They're messengers. So if someone has passed and you do have a lot of magpies or ravens or crows, they're usually a message from those deceased loved ones.
Wow. Seems as though there's a lot of ways that people can get in contact with us in our life.
That's
We've
right.
talked about that before, about the visitations in dreams, about dragonflies, butterflies,
Yep.
Crows as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of magic around us without even knowing it. And I guess if you don't believe in it or not aware of it, you won't even recognise it. It's just, there's the crow.
It's really interesting when we say about
Nana's dead.
Nana's dead, but there's interesting about making things move. However, what you can do is a lot of people say this is another way of looking at it is we all one. So if we're all one, you can basically communicate with animals. So like Diablo and that, which is the psychics. So what I have done is if I have been outside and there's been a whole lot of crows, or I have actually said, if such and such or this is going to work or not work or whatever, I'm asking one of you crows to fly towards me, and they'll fly towards me.
Are you saying this out loud or in your mind?
In my mind.
Okay, so you're talking to the crows.
Talking to the crows, or
Right.
or talking to them, or in my mind. But yeah, so often when I do that, I do talk to animals like that. Cinderella now.
No, Dr. Dolittle.
Dr. Dolittle. But that is another way of communication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they definitely, if you are one with animals, you are one with the world, you're at one with peace, you're at one with. So again, it's all about believing we are all one as well. So how many times have you met, and this is what I find really interesting with people, is if you are going through something, all of a sudden someone will come into your life that has either been through it or can help you through it. So there's never a time that you haven't coincidentally met someone on that level that can help you go through something so you can learn to then help someone else later on.
So that's another lesson of life.
That's another lesson of life.
But also the amount of times people go through things and then dragonflies turn up, butterflies turn
That's
up
right.
and hover, which is something that happens a lot to me because I believe in dragonflies, that dragonflies are past.
So the thing is you're asking the dragonflies.
Well, I never ask them; they just turn up.
No, but you are, because you're one with the
'Cause I
dragon.
believe it,
But you're
yeah.
one with the dragonfly. So therefore, that's your interpretation of, I know that things will be okay if a dragonfly shows up. So therefore, a dragonfly shows up.
Whereas if I didn't believe that, a dragonfly could just be there anyway.
It could be
It's
that
coming to me, is it?
It's coming to you because you're asking for it. So it could, like if the affinity was with parrots, then a parrot would be showing up. So it's kind of like.
Could my affinity be with $100 notes? That'd be nice. Well,
would be nice.
Well, I've got dragonfly tattoos. I've got several of those. So if I got maybe some gold bars just
would
on
be
my
good.
back and believe the gold bars will come to me, that'd be nice.
But that's also about the whole thing about manifesting wealth. If you are what you think, you are what you feel. So therefore, if you already say, I'm grateful for, all the money that I'll be making in the future, again, you're already telling the universe that's what you want. So you are what you attract. So you can actually do that.
Yes.
You can sit there again and pop that out into the. There
We do actually have your mint infusion organic black tea in with us today. Now, this is Money Brew.
Yeah, Money Brew.
This chant is to be read 3 times while drinking a cup of our witchy poo Money Brew. So what's in that mint?
So lots and lots of different mints and spearmints with that. And what the beautiful thing with doing that is that so you say, money, money, come to thee, money in all forms, see me, bring me protection, so may it be, come now, blessed be. So you're actually saying that to the universe to attract money in. And so a lot of people that I have had someone win 25,000 drinking that tea after 7 days. But the funny thing that I've had is someone really wanted this engagement ring and they couldn't afford it. So she started drinking the tea and then went back a week later. It was on half price. And so the husband bought it for her, or future husband bought it for her. So that's helped. And someone came in and said they had deluxe paint on special that they'd been wanting for over. So it means that it may not come in that form.
In the form that you think
want.
it will.
Yes.
But it's going to come in. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
a
is.
lady wanted new boobs. This is funny. She won't mind telling you. She's so funny. She wanted new boobs. She got new boobs. 25,000. Another 25,000 came in. She got for the boobs. I'm not sure. I can't remember the story entirely about how
kind of
it came
important
in.
how she got
but
it.
Yeah, she got that in. That might have been with the money candle, actually. I think she was doing the money candle. But yeah, I could get her in, actually. She still follows
You really
me.
should. And also, if anyone does want a reading as well with this crazy woman, just back to the tea. So this is herbs and spices and flowers used in this brew have been used throughout history in magical rituals to attract money, abundance, prosperity and luck and half-price sales.
Half-price sales.
And boobs.
And boobs.
All right, so that's available on your website.
It is.
It is the Money Brew. So it's money, money, money come to thee, money in all forms now see me, bring me protection, so mote it be. Come now, blessed be.
Yes.
Say it again.
Repeat after
I'll
me.
just keep saying
money,
it
money, money.
until my boobs. No, I don't.
You don't need new boobs.
Thanks, mate. I
You've
really
got
appreciate
decent
it.
boobs.
All right, then. And that's the end of that episode. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you.
No,
If
there
you're
are lots
still
of products.
here.
Yes, or if you're still here. Witchy Poo Money Brew, you can get that on your website.
Or
Please
money
keep the
candles.
questions. Yes.
Yep.
Keep the questions coming. Keep the comments coming. If you are interested in a reading as well,
Yep.
that would be super fun to do an episode where we are doing a reading with you,
that'd be
being
great.
part of the podcast.
That'd be perfect.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you.
Woodwork Podcasts.